Alrighty, my lovely Trails fans, welcome back to our next episode of Trails in the Sky. Okay, so we're just outside the castle. Anyone here to speak to? Oh, you are all, please pass. Princess Claudia should be in the castle, but she's very busy, I believe, so you may not be able to meet her. Well, we shall see about that. Ever since Augment stopped, nights are dark and cold and it's hard to cook. Every day is just unbearable. How does the throne intend to respond to this situation? If you will allow me. The orbital shutdown phenomenon is currently being investigated primarily under the jurisdiction of the Royal Army. We have no other details on the situation at the moment. That's absurd. Now calm yourself. Certainly there is much we do not know. This is exactly why it is in the intent of Queen Alicia to support the citizens as much as possible. For example, the East Block's History Museum has been opened to the public for free. Furthermore, with the Queen's promise of support, dining establishments are staying open as long as possible. By doing so, we hope the citizenry will reclaim their calm. Also, in case of emergency, we have plans to use the Grand Arena as an evacuation site, and... Whoa, is this real life? The Duke seems like he's actually saying really reasonable things. I know, is it like the martial arts competition where he's being forced to say it? No, unlike that greeting, this isn't a situation where all he has to do is say something arranged in advance. He's clearly speaking his own words based on his own will and thoughts. I suppose something acted as a trigger to start changing the Duke. My, why if it isn't young Joshua and Miss Estelle? Philippe, it's been quite some time. Ever since the birthday celebrations, I believe, but I'm glad to see you're well. Yes, thank you. While you were away, Miss Estelle has been most good to His Majesty. Estelle has... Aw, I didn't do anything that big. Duke Dunan's a better person than I thought, but his hairstyle is as terrible as the rumours say. I see, seems the Queen's got a lot to think about too. Knowing the throne is doing its best to respond to this situation is a relief. We gotta do our best too. You are. If you wish to meet with Her Highness or Claudia, you likely won't be able to for a while. If you want to know the details, you should ask Hilda. I'm sorry, but I have been busy all morning dealing with petitioners, so... Wow, I mean, Tunan has actually turned into a decent human being. Ever since Augment stopped working, a lot of citizens have been petitioning for aid. If the Duke wasn't here, we'd have a hard time getting to all of them. Still though, the economic damage is just the capital alone from the after effects of the orbital shutdown will be terrible. I'm Walter, a senator with the Republic's Parliament. Is it not reasonable to expect a more decisive answer? When exactly will I be able to contact my home country? As I said, we are currently investigating the cause of the orbital shutdown. As Queen Alicia is currently otherwise occupied, I'm afraid you will not be able to meet with her right this moment. As soon as we know anything, we will contact the embassy immediately. The other day, Princess Claudia came back with a strange look on her face. She has been speaking much to the Queen of late. Captain Schwartz is not currently in the castle, she is aboard the Arcel. While the captain is away, we will keep this place safe. Is it true there was a dragon in Bose? The army's airship's fighting a dragon, that sounds like one for the history books. Even for the Royal Guard to be unable to use our guns drops our ability to fight to almost nothing, if the Empire attacked at a time like this. Oh wait, I guess the Empire wouldn't be able to use their guns either. Attaboy, now you're thinking. Alright, just a big storage room, nothing really down here. Warming or boiling water is easy enough even with just plain old fire. It's not quite so easy to control fire conjured from an augment. It's true that you can cook up certain unique zest using coal fires and fireplaces. The problem, however, is that it takes much longer to produce such fine flavours, and I'm short on time as it is. I suspect any complex meals will be out of my reach for some time. The signing ceremony after party went over as well as it ever could. All parties were more than delighted to partake in Mr. Gervais's food. I wonder what the Queen and Miss Claudia are talking about. Never thought I'd see the day where the Duke would behave so well. The world works in mysterious ways. Ah, Joshua. Hi, Shea. It's been a while. Oh good, you're back safe. Shea? What is it? You're as beautiful as ever. Huh? It's nothing. She's reminiscing about the time when Joshua got to play dress-up. Ah, no peeking! Oh my. Guess I shouldn't have just walked in there. Estelle and Joshua. It's been a while, Hilda. Yes, welcome back. Hilda, is Chloe around? Miss Claudia is in the audience room ahead. However, she is currently speaking about important matters with the Queen, so I'm afraid I must ask you to refrain from entering. Really? Yes, I'm afraid I can't say when they will be done. I'm very sorry. I know you went out of your way to visit too, but... No, don't worry about it. I just came to see her since I was in the capital. I don't want to get in the way, so I'll take my leave. Pardon us. I'm sure we'll be back eventually. Duke Doonan is almost like a new man. Lately he's even gone so far as to hear petitions from the citizenry in the audience room. Well, it is always good to see people turning over a new leaf and becoming a better version of themselves. I need to finish all my work before the sun sets. With orbments no longer working, everything gets pitch black with the setting of the sun. Well, looks like all these rooms are pretty much empty. Well, I say pretty much, and they are empty. Lady Claudia will be residing at the castle for some time, and I'm happier for it. Her mere presence alone does plenty to brighten the halls of this castle. It'll be interesting to see who Claudia ends up falling in love with, because surely at some point she's probably gonna get married when she's queen. And I'm not too sure if one of the later games in the series has her already doing that. Beyond this point are Queen Alicia's quarters. Her Majesty the Queen and Princess Claudia are currently not in their rooms. I just saw them leave. Just gonna check if there's any maids or anything hanging about. Wow, you can get really good view from there. I bet I could fish here. Oops, no, I don't actually want to fish there. That's pretty funny though, that you can fish from the Queen's balcony. Alrighty, I guess that's everybody in the castle spoken to. So I suppose we should head to the west quarter. And see what's going on there. There was a shop that we wanted to take a look at that some mysterious man has started renting out, allegedly. We've got the church as well to go to. A couple of places for us to visit, really. Alrighty, let's see. There's usually a woman walking up here. How much longer until the orbments work again? I didn't think life without orbments like this would feel so awful. We also have the bay as well, or the harbour. It seems Queen Alicia has some plan to resolve this situation. To think that not being able to use orbments would be this anxiety-inducing. I wonder if he's safe. I wish I could at least contact him. It's kind of scary having only women around the house at a time like this. At the very least, I'll keep the Missus and Brianna safe in place of the good sir. Ah yeah, General Morgan's house. When the sun sets, it gets really dark in my room. If only the sun wouldn't set. Phew, I need to get home before dark. The capital on dark nights is pitch black and scary even when you are grown up. Apparently you can see that huge floating thing from the harbour. A number of civilians have gone off to look at it. Everyone's taking the orbital shutdown phenomenon differently. Well, one way or another, it doesn't change the fact that it's frickin' inconvenient, so I hope they fix things soon. This is exactly when we need to offer our prayers to Adios. A little while ago I got a package for Father Kevin from a suspicious-looking pair of men. It isn't that big, but it's wrapped very tightly. I was told by the Archbishop to deliver it as soon as possible, but I can't help wondering what's in it. So it's begun then. This occurrence is no trial from the goddess, I'm afraid. Can I go in here yet? Ugh, so many doors in this game that harbour secrets that I must know. Father Kevin was up late talking to the Archbishop. After that, he left right away, and he still hasn't come back. There was some kind of understanding about this between the Archbishop and Father Kevin. We've got that door in the central factory, we've got the door in this cathedral. Man, I am out of shape. When the heck are the ships gonna get moving again? If the haulage vehicles aren't going to work, then freight transport's going to have to be done by hand. But there's no freight to carry coming in anymore. Guess this isn't the time to be saying I'm lucky that I get to slack off on the job. But what's going to happen to my paycheck? My food? Aw, why isn't it working? Come on, be a good boy and work. Work sure as heck ain't happening. All I can do is wait and do some fishing. How about you? You should wet your line too, it'll calm you down. Geez, with ordnance not working, there's not much of a job for technicians like us. I come to my job every day, but with the way things are, ain't no way work's getting done. I wonder how things are gonna turn out for us. Thanks to this strange phenomenon, we can't contact Ruan. We have no way of knowing when ships will arrive. So if the ordnance have stopped, does that mean the ships have stopped too? Man, work just keeps piling on up. Let me guess, you're here to see that. You can see it over at the dock. Oh, do we get a second view of the Oriole? Can't use transport trucks and the boats ain't moving either. What the heck are we supposed to do? I wonder if someone's riding that object. But please don't say something so scary. Who's riding it? The more I look, the stranger it is. Very curious. How is that thing floating if orbits aren't working? You can see it all the more clearly today. It's probably floating because it's stealing all the power from everybody else's orbits. Just as harbour business was starting to get back on track, this mess happens. Has the goddess abandoned us? More people are coming to see that weird floating thing. I'd normally kick them out for getting in the way of work, but with orbital energy stopped, no ships are coming, so there is no work. Honestly, standing around's pretty much all you can do. To think ordnance would just stop working, I'm worried about the future. I wonder how long this is going to keep going on. The giant orbital construct that flew away from the harbour, the ancient dragon that appeared in bows. I didn't think I'd be surprised at anything that showed up anymore, but what is that weird thing that appeared in the sky? I've seen a lot in my long life, but I've never seen anything that odd. Is the rumour that ordnance aren't working thanks to that true? I Ever since that object appeared, orbments have stopped working. Can't the Royal Guard shoot it down in the Arcel? I suppose the Arcel can't move either though, can it? I didn't see anything. No way a freaky thing like that's real. I disbelieve. He's in denial. There's a big flying island. That is true, little girl. That is true. Is that lazy guy still behind the warehouse, being lazy? What the heck is that? Not like I can get any work done anyway. Might as well relax here. I don't think he's ever done any work for as long as I've known him. Okay, I guess that's everybody at the port. So let's finish off the west block. And then hopefully we should have a little bit of time to go into the sewers and kill the monster that's down there. At first I was pretty down about all the orbments not working, but at times like these we've just got to keep strong. My wife's been putting her all into her work at the department store and I don't plan on doing anything else. Seems like the editor-in-chief's got something to say to the staff. They're upstairs in the editorial room, all of them for once. Orbital energy stopped, and it's not just light and heat that's a problem, but communication is difficult as well. However, I don't think that you lot are the sort of journalists to be deterred by small stuff like that. Of course not, we have a job to do. Exactly, many of the citizens now have no access to information and are trapped by anxiety and fear. This is exactly the time for us to provide accurate information and contribute to society. You ain't gotta tell me twice. That's exactly the reason us journalists exist. But Niall, it'll be hard to get an article without even orbital cameras working, you know? Dorothy is right. Most of our equipment doesn't work. However, to use that as a reason to abandon the duty of mass media is the utmost of unacceptable. Everyone, I don't care what you do anything you can to come up with to get our next edition out there. Ah, Joshua! Hey Dorothy, been a while. You really came back. Good for you, Estelle. Yeah, I guess. I'd love to get a memorial shot, but my camera isn't working. It really messes with my groove. I guess your camera's pretty important to you, Dorothy. Of course it is, it's my claim to fame, you know? I want to be able to take lots of pictures of that cute little floaty island soon. You're the same as always, Dorothy. Niall! Oh hey, Estelle. And Joshua? Been quite a while, huh? It has indeed. You're as busy as always, Niall. Yeah, I told the editor the same thing, but something like this ain't gonna stop my pen. That's just how companies want it. But what do you plan on doing without being able to use orbments? Yeah, that's the problem. With things as they are, we can't even use Dorothy's camera. Well, I got some ideas though. After this, I'm gonna meet with Queen Alicia and have her listen to him. Sounds like you're working pretty hard. Kind of a relief. So, Joshua? I gotta admit, I want to interview you real bad. I'll put that off for now though. Still, you be ready for my pen. Go easy on me. Hey you guys. I don't think of this situation as a threat at all. If anything, this is exactly when the true worth of the Labelle News Service will be tested. I thought so during the coup d'etat, but being pushed in a corner only makes things more exciting, huh? Maybe I'll write up an article about simple recipes you can do even without orbments. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, the editor-in-chief has it. Alright, even if I have to write it by hand, we are putting out the Labelle News. That's the spirit. Alright, nothing up there. Let's head to the cafe. You're free to enter the sewers. However, do be sure not to cause any trouble inside. Oh, I'm gonna cause a lot of trouble inside, trust me. The cafe owner makes it all sound so carefree, but this is a big problem for me. After all, with no orbments, I can't read at night. candlelight makes me feel like I'm just hurting my eyes. Cooking without orbments is rough, but I like that rustic feel when you use fire. Even the coffee seems a little tastier when prepared this way. Might be good to do it with wood and charcoal fires from now on anyway. Look at him finding the silver lining. I feel like I've seen that store owner somewhere before. Whenever I try to get a good look at his face though, he hides in the back of the store. Maybe he's shy. Alright then, let's see who it is. Huh? Was there a store here? Welcome! Excuse me sir, what kind of store is this? I didn't expect to meet you here. Oh, do you know him, Joshua? Estelle, you know this person as well as I do. I do? Is he with the society? No, not quite. So if you don't mind, I'd like to hear the details. Former Mayor of Rouen, Mr. Dalmore. Oh... What? Why are you here? I believe you are supposed to be in holding at Leiston Fortress. That's true, but do not misunderstand. I'm here with all proper permissions. Proper permissions? Yeah, that's not suspicious. How rude. Considering what happened in Rouen, asking me to believe you would be insane. After what you did to innocent children. Orphans, I might add. Estelle, let's hear him out first. We can decide if he's worth trusting after that. Fine. You must understand that I too am a victim of that case. After all, my memories of that period are quite vague, as if I were controlled by someone. On top of that, I had to pay an enormous bail from what little fortune I had left in my name. I see. That's why. Bail? What's that? It means that by paying a certain amount of money, you can be set free until your guilt has been proven. So what? Any bad deed can be forgiven with money? Nothing is forgiven. Labelle's justice system works on a principle of innocent until proven guilty. Until your guilt is established, you are granted personal freedom by paying a heavy amount of mira to act as assurance against your fleeing. Of course, you're not permitted to leave the area or hide during that time. Precisely. I'm still not digging it. Basically, it means that it's not that impossible for Dalmore to be here. It is true that there were also extenuating circumstances. But what are you doing here? As you see, to rebuild the Dalmore family, I intend to make a new start. First, I am starting a business here to save money towards rebuilding. A business? So what kind of store is this? Sepith. Sepith? Yes, there is no store anywhere in Labelle that trades in Sepith. Quite the genius venture if I do say so myself. You're right. Still, wouldn't it be difficult to get enough Sepith to actually run a business on? I have my own secret channels to procure stock through. And there he goes with the suspicious stuff again. Alrighty, so this is where you get the Sepith from. Even the punishments of heck can be bought off. Welcome to the Dalmore firm. If you want Sepith, we can provide as much as you might wish. Of course, we will require you to pay appropriately. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and buy some Sepith, and then I'll let you know how much I've bought once I've figured it all out. Alrighty, and we are back. And I made some bad decisions with buying my Sepith. I bought a few too many time Sepith than I actually needed. We want to probably end this chapter with about at least 1,000 earth, 2,000 water, 3,000 fire, about 2,200 wind, 5,800 time, not 7,000, about 4,900 space, and 3,000, I think it's only 3,650 we should need of the Mirage Sepith. So I do have a couple more monsters that I need to fight in this area, so hopefully the reward from defeating those monsters will give us the rest of the Sepith that we need. But that's basically what we're going for. Unfortunately, it does take a while to get your Sepith because you can only get them in multiples of 100, which I think is probably why I went a little overboard on the time Sepith, so just be wary about that. But as you can see, I've got like no money now. We basically don't need money for the rest of the game now. You can just put it all into Sepith. So anyway, let's head over and defeat the monster in the sewers, and then we've got the one outside the Royal Villa. The quickest way to find the monster, I believe, is going to be in the east block, entrance to the sewers. Because it is still a bit of a maze down there, so we're going to have to search for it a little bit. And of course, there is a mirror trick that you can do in the game. It just takes a long time in this game to actually build up the mirror compared to the last game, which is why I'm not really trying to do that mirror trick, just because it just takes a while to do it. And it's not going to be super important because we're not playing on Nightmare difficulty, so we should be able to saunter through the last parts of the game without too much issue. For our final builds. Oh, where is this monster? Guess it must be this way then. There it is. Okay, what are your weaknesses? Okay. Not very many weaknesses. I guess we just attack and hope for the best. That is our plan. Have him taunt again. Obviously we'll use Death Scream to attack everybody. I think probably White Gehenna will be a good shout here. Looks like they're all gonna go down pretty easy. How could I miss? Luckily, we're not doing too bad with getting Space Mirage, so we might even be able to do a little bit of grinding to get the last bit of that Space Mirage that we need later on. We just want to try and get it now while we can. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of retrace our steps to get back out again, which I believe was this way. We go down here, around there. And am I just getting lost again, or am I actually going in the right direction? Nope, looks like I went in the right direction. Well, that's good. So let's head over to the Royal Villa. Defeat the monster that's there. Don't know if we can actually go into the Royal Villa and speak with anybody. How are we doing? Shara should have enough art points to finish off the final monster. Oh, I need to go to the Garuna Gate. Maybe. That might not be the right way. No, I need to go to Sanctheim Gate. Because in the Royal Villa, yep, is that way. Let's keep an eye out for our monster. don't know if it's hanging out around. Here we go. Looks like a load of cacti, big cactus. Looks like we could just go ahead and see how we get on. Looks like I can do that to attack the most. Oh, he's got a critical there. I don't want to waste that. Obviously, I know you have a critical, but we need you casting Death Spell. Then you can White Gehenna the remaining ones. Oh wow, did like 0 damage. She really is an arts caster at this point in the game. Alrighty, that's all of our monsters eliminated. Let's have a peek into the royal villa. Given the situation, there's no one at the villa but the guards and some staff. If you'd like, come on in. Oh, from the looks of you, you're braces. It's rare to see people visiting the royal villa in the midst of chaos like this. If you wish to enter, you're welcome inside. Right now, it's just a small selection of staff along with us guards. With augments not working, what's going to happen now? It seems like some communications have been restored, but information doesn't really reach the villa. It makes me really nervous, I won't lie. It seems like some communications have been restored, but information doesn't really reach the villa. It makes me... oh, already did that one. The day patrol is a cakewalk, but patrols at night with the orbital lights out like this are kinda scary. If monsters decide to attack from the forest, they'd have the dark on their side after all. It's pretty worrisome to not have much information come in. I hope augments start working again soon. We can't see it from here, but we've received reports of a mysterious object appearing above Valeria Lake. Does the guild know anything about what it is? Yes, it's basically a Death Star. It's going to kill us all. Oh, Simone, you're totally getting played by Raymond. But if you're going to call it a contest, then I won't hold back. No way am I going to lose. We're having a contest to see who can clean the most rooms, and you can bet that I have every intention of cleaning house. Oh, Raymond, you're so cruel. Just what in Adios' name is going on? Just doing nothing is nerve-wracking, so I've decided to start cleaning the villa from top to bottom. Idle hands make for idle thoughts, as the saying goes, and since all of my idle thoughts are filled with worry, I'd much rather work. Nobody in there. I guess that's where they did the signing ceremony. Got the little museum here. I've just got the library here. Of course, there aren't many people who come here in the first place. I lived in an age without orbital energy, so it doesn't cause me any real problems. As you can see, even the fountain stopped. Augments really have sort of worked themselves into all parts of life, huh? I think that's everybody, so we'll go turn in those quests. And then that's everything that we can do in Grancel right now. So after those quests have turned in, we will be heading to Roland. So the next episode will be us going to Roland through the Garuna Gate. I'll show us talking to the people at the Garuna Gate in the next episode. So I'm just, basically all I'm going to be doing right now is turning these quests in, and then I'll probably end the video there so I can go ahead and sort out my Sepith situation and see if I can try and recover and turn those time Sepith into the space Sepith that I actually need. So yeah, feel free to stop watching if you want, otherwise you can just watch me head over to the Bracer Guild and turn these quests in, see if we'll rank up. I don't think it's time to rank up yet though. But let's go ahead and see. It's not excessive to say that Order and Labelle depends on you. Please restore communications between the branches as soon as possible. Okay, we'll port in 9,500, 8,000. Okay, so no rank up. So that's where we're going to call today's episode for today. So thank you for watching. If you stuck to the very end, double thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode's coming out. And feel free to leave a comment on the video if there's anything you want to say. I do try to respond to all comments. And so yeah, thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.